Definitely going to send National Guard troops to Chicago?
I didn't say when, but the answer is, look, Chicago's very interesting because I watched Pritzker get up and say about, we don't need help, we're safe. But 2 weeks ago, they had 6 people murdered, and they had 24 people hit by bullets. Last week, as you know, it was 7 people, 24 people hit, and 7 people died. And then over the last 2 days, that was the crown jewel. They had, I guess, 9 or 10 killed, and 50 hit with bullets.
Oh, man, this is interesting. So, as you heard right there, Eddie Trump asked Trump, "Are you gonna go? Are you gonna go in?" Right? And so Trump starts to do what Trump does. He, and he's gonna straight out say he's going in, right? But what's interesting about this video is that although people are saying Trump is trying to be a king and get rid of democracy, Trump is going to say, look, I want this dude to actually ask for help. I want the governor of Illinois to say, yo, I need you to come in and get rid of the illegals and help us with our crime. He's wanting that that call, right? Because he doesn't want to go in forcefully. He doesn't want to go in forcefully. That's what he's going to say in this video. And it's sad, right, that they paint this dude as such a bad guy. Now, is he a great guy? No, right? But in this video, he says, listen, I'm waiting for him to call, right?
And you have this governor get up, who's a terrible governor. Probably he and Gavin Newsom would be probably the 2 worst and most naive. They're naive. Either they're naive or they're very untruthful. And he'll say, we don't want any protection. We don't need. So in the last 3 weeks, he's lost almost 20 people killed. There's no place in the world, including you can go to Afghanistan, you can go to places that you would think of. They don't even come close to this. Chicago is a hellhole right now. Baltimore is a hellhole right now. Parts of Los Angeles are terrible. If we didn't put out the fires, and I mean the other fires, the bullet fires, they didn't do a good job with, they should have had the water coming down, like I said. You know, we had to release the water. We had to go in.
Oh, by the way, the courts ruled that Trump's interference was illegal. I forgot to put that in his video, but they did. So even when Trump does well, they attack him, you know. So yeah, they ruled what he did was illegal, and so even though he saved lives, these people are crazy.
Release the water to LA. It's so badly run. But if I didn't send the National Guard into Los Angeles, I would be making an announcement today. I'd be talking about Huntsville, and I'd simultaneously be saying, by the way, the Olympics is not coming to Los Angeles. If we didn't do that, and even the sheriff, the top law enforcement person in Los Angeles said, we could not have handled it without them. So that's what he said.
Make your mind up on Chicago, though?
Well, we're going in. I didn't say when. We're going in. When you lose, look, I have an obligation. This isn't a political thing. I have an obligation. When we lose, when 20 people are killed over the last 2.5 weeks, and 75 are shot with bullets. So let me tell you a little story about a place called D.C., District of Columbia, right here where we are.
Oh my God! Listen, sorry for sweating, y'all. I'm sweating like a pig. One thing about Trump, bro, he gonna dust his shoulders off. He gonna pat himself on the back. To his, service, the mayor of DC actually gave him props too, right? She gave him props, and now she's on board with what the situation is. So that's good. But Trump has to rub it in your face that he's right. So Trump about to rub it in your face. It's a beautiful thing. He said the last 3 days, DC is now a safe zone, right? We all know it hasn't been any murders for a week, but now it's a safe zone. So, Trump's gonna rub it in, because what he's trying to say to Chicago is like, look, see what I did with DC? That can be you. That can be you. Just let me come on in. Just give me that call. Just give me the call. Yeah. It's not gonna happen though.
It's now a safe zone. We have no crime. It's in such great shape. You can go and actually walk with your children, your wife, your husband. You can walk right down the middle of the street. You're not going to be shot, Peter. You're safe. Everyone likes you anyway. They probably wouldn't do it. But it's so dangerous. And there are people in this audience that you've suffered greatly. There are people in this audience that have been mugged and hurt badly, and they don't want to talk about it. Maybe you were very brave in talking about it. You made quite an impression on a lot of people. I appreciate it. But there were other people in this room that have been hurt very badly just walking down the street in D.C. Washington, D.C. is a safe zone right now. It's a safe city. The restaurants are open. They're booming. You can't get a restaurant. New restaurants are announcing that they're going to be open. This took place in 12 days. Now it's 15 days, but 3 days ago, it became what's known as a safe zone. It's a safe city. And this city was really bad, really, really bad. We took 1,600 people out, hardcore criminals that will not be coming back anytime soon.
All right. Now, we had Trump's side. And so to be fair, I'm going to be fair. Now we got to have the Illinois governor speak, because he did a direct response to this statement that Trump made.
To go begging me. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
First, I want to address the president's unhinged remarks a few minutes ago, begging me to call him. No, I will not.
Do you not get the insanity of that? Do you not get the insanity? 50 people were shot last weekend. 50. And you don't want no help. That's insane. That is insane. But it's just a politically driven thing. Because if he was a Democrat, if it was Biden, it would be no problem. So this is definitely they pay in politics right now.
Call the president, asking him to send troops to Chicago. I've made that clear already. In the coming days, we expect to see what has played out in Los Angeles and Washington, D.C.
All right. So Trump is strategically, I can't talk right now, I'm sorry, y'all, putting people in Chicago as we're speaking right now. And so he's going to break down how Trump is doing it, but he's not doing it like in an abrasive way where it would cause mayhem, chaos, and all that stuff. So he's going to break down how Trump is doing it because he knows Trump is doing it. It's just not as like DC is kind of like he just took it over like that. This way he kind of has to be, a little bit smoother, because really he needs the governor to like just say yes, come, and then he can go in right away. So he's the governor of Illinois is going to break down how Trump is already doing it, but is like subtle.
To happen here in Chicago. First, Donald Trump is positioning armed federal agents and staging military vehicles on federal property, such as the Great Lakes Naval Base. It is likely those agents will be with ICE, Customs and Border Patrol, the Department of Homeland Security, and other similarly situated federal agencies. Many of these individuals are being relocated from Los Angeles for deployment in Chicago. We believe that staging that has already begun started yesterday and continues into today. Second, unidentifiable agents in unmarked vehicles with masks are planning to raid Latino communities and say they're targeting violent.
You gotta love the Democrats, bro. All else fails, fearmonger. Fearmonger. I told you last video, they're planning to attack the Hispanic parade, you know, because Trump is racist and he hates Hispanic people, right? That's what they're saying. So, and they're gonna take people that are taxpayers and all that, not the illegals, not the. It's so funny though, right? We know for a fact. I did a video on this. Chicago has to have at least 30 or 40,000 illegals there, because they had to they had to spend over 600 million on the illegals. So Trump is like, yo, I'm gonna come and get the illegals out, which would make it easier on y'all as far as the budgeting, because then you won't be subsidizing these people, right? And I discussed it before, like Trump is only going to come take them out. And if you want Trump to help with the violence, and he can help, right? He's not going to just take it over, bro. That's why he's doing it in a more like strategized way. But anyway, this dude is hilarious.
Criminals. As we saw in Los Angeles, a very, very small percentage of the individuals they will target will be violent criminals. Instead, you're likely to see videos of them hauling away mothers and fathers, traveling to work or picking up their kids from school. Sometimes they will detain, handcuff, and haul away children. They are law-abiding individuals who pay taxes and contribute to the communities, who feel safe going to work and attending mandatory immigration check-ins. In other words, they're following the law. We have reason to believe that Stephen Miller chose the month of September to come to Chicago because of celebrations around Mexican Independence Day that happen here every year. It breaks my heart to report that we have been told ICE will try and disrupt community picnics and peaceful parades. Let's be clear, the terror and cruelty is the point, not the safety of anyone living here. Third, as lawful citizens exercise their First Amendment rights, Trump and his team will be looking for any excuse to put active duty military on our streets, supposedly to protect ICE. We have reason to believe that the Trump administration has already begun staging the Texas National Guard for deployment in Illinois. Lastly, after about 30 days or so, we believe that they will pick up all of those resources that they send here to Chicago and send them to the next city in a blue state, ignoring cities in red states with higher violent crime rates.
All right, so let's just bring it out there. So I looked it up. All right, I think the only red state I saw that was really like up there was Tennessee. Baltimore is up there, bro. Up there. I forgot what Kansas. I forgot, it's Kansas, Missouri red, but Missouri was up there, right? It's so. Do I think he's personally attacking the blue states? Knowing Trump, probably. We're not going to put it past Trump. But at the same time, does it matter if it's benefiting you? That's what I'm saying. These people are playing politics with people's lives. Like, you can't prove he's doing that, right? And what does it matter? It doesn't matter. So I'm going to end it, with this. I do believe Trump is coming, but I do believe Trump wants to work with these people. This is my belief. I believe he wants to work with the people to make things better, because he could do it like that with the National Guard. But I feel like him kind of doing it sneaky and all that, it's going to cause a lot of friction and chaos, right? So hopefully, you know, they come to a resolution and they just ask the guy. But you know, politics, they don't care about people. We know that already. CJ, I'm out.